My name is Ram Dhamija. Welcome to my channel. Today is 21st of January and it was a very rough day for all market participants. There was a huge movement in Nifty, almost of 1000 points if you consider up and down movement. The straddle jumped almost 50 points in Nifty, and in Sensex it was even worse the way the expiry played out today. And apart from that, there has been massive damage that has been done in mid cap names, in small cap names, in momentum names, in alpha names, and that damage has to the tune of almost 10% in certain names. So all in all, it was a very, very rough day for most of the market participants and especially the option sellers, because I will show you how the options behave today. It was a complete nightmare, and such days usually come once in 3 to 6 months, but whenever they do, they definitely cause a lot of trouble. So I will take you through what the highlights for the day were. Uh, the This is the Nifty chart. If you see, Nifty opened somewhere over here, which is at 23,400, and I have been saying that we have been maintaining this range of 23,000 to 23,450 odd for the last 6 trading session. Now this is the 7th trading session. We are in the same range. Now it opened today at the high point of the range, and then there was a steady decline in it towards the lower end of the range. Somewhere actually I would say mid of the range. So we were at 23,100, and then came the sharp spike which almost took it back to the high of 23,400, and then a fall again back to the same level, then a rise, and then finally to the bottom of that range, which is about 23,000. So if you see the up and down movement and you add all these movement up, it will be 1,000 point movement that has happened in Nifty. And what was the straddle price that Nifty opened at? It was hardly anything. It was, I think, about 280 odd, the straddle price. So for that kind of straddle price, 1,000 point movement, there is no way that any of the options are going to survive. And if I take you through this, how the straddle behaved, we opened at about 280 odd, and then we straight away jumped to 330. Now this itself was sufficient to take away all the stop losses, and you couple that with this kind of movement in Nifty, there is no way that any position will survive over here. And then there has been spikes, and it went down and again a spike, and finally there has been a lot of decay that has come in, and the straddle is closing at about 240. So all the decay has come in, but no one is able to realize this decay. So that is quite sad. And this is not only for Nifty. If you look at Bank Nifty, if you look at Nifty next week, the situation was same, and the situation was actually worse in Sensex, wherein the straddle opened at about 500-600 points and it shot up to 700-800 points. So it was even worse over there. So Sensex stop loss actually got taken immediately. Now, what has also happened, if you look at it in terms of the open interest, now the open interest for Nifty has turned bearish, heavily bearish. Yesterday, if you recall, the open interest of Nifty, as I had said, was about 1.04. Today, now the open interest is at 0.65. So there have been a lot of shorts that have been added in the system today. If you look at it, there have been 4 crore calls that have been added in the system, and there have been the 1.5 crore puts have been wound up. So people are fearing now that now we are back to the bottom of the range, and that range might not hold. We might break that range, which is not going to be good. Now coming to how the market was, what are the stocks doing? It was a bloodbath across. So this is the heat map of Nifty 50. If you see names like ICICI minus 2.8, Reliance minus 2, SBI minus 2.5, Adani Ports minus 3.29, NTPC minus 3.4, Trent, the big one, minus 6% down. So we had brutal cuts in a lot of high momentum names, and Trent was one of those high momentum names. Then if we see the situation in Nifty next 50, it is no better. We have very big cuts in names like Geo Finance, almost 5.7% down, and the big one, Zomato, minus 10% down. And along with Zomato, and this is because of their results, so their profits actually went down, and because of that the stock has gotten a beating. Also, I think it is a function of the valuations. The higher the valuations, as we have seen in the case of Trent, in case of Zomato, the bigger the fall there is. And same thing happened in Naukri, which holds stake in Zomato, and so on. So HAL minus 3.10, 2, Siemens minus 3.4, ABB minus 3.7. All these stocks in the last bull run had gone 5x, 10x, and now they are correcting big time. Like for example, example DMart is down minus 35% from the top. Trent is down minus 31% from the top. So these are not small cuts in such big names. If you look at the broader market, Nifty 500, the situation was even worse over there. And we will find more names which have fallen much more than the frontline names, as I just suggested. So Realty took a beating today. You see Oberoi Realty minus 7, Prestige minus 5, Phoenix minus 5. A lot of these stock market related plays took a beating, be it Motilal Oswal and others. If you look at Pharma took a beating, Mankind is down minus 5%. So Indian Hotels is down minus 4%, Paytm minus 5%, Policy Bazaar minus 5.6%, Motilal, as I said, is down about 7%. So all in all, there was huge bloodbath. And what has started to happen is that as I take you through this particular index, you will see that the small and mid cap have started correcting now. Now mid cap index is at 12.2% from the top, and Nifty is also at 12.3. So these indices typically, as I had said earlier, fall almost 2 times as the Nifty. So small cap is still only 10.5% down. Now these, if they start to fall, they will not stop. They go up to 20-25% down if Nifty doesn't recover from here, or if our markets don't recover from here. So Nifty IT, which was holding the market, is again now minus 10% down. So that was one bright spot. Even that has got cornered. Pharma is minus 9% almost. So these are a couple of sectors which have fallen less than Nifty. But otherwise, if you see the other names like Media, PSU and all, they have been down and out for a long time now. And the others like Nifty Next and small and mid cap might join these names. So that was the extent of damage today. Now, if we see what is happening on the international front, the situation is not so bad. In fact, situation is pretty good. Nasdaq futures are up, right? US markets were closed, but they are likely to open up. Dollar index has cooled off a bit, right? Brent oil has cooled off a bit to 79. USD INR is at 86.5 where it was. Gold is up. So hence I always say that, having gold in your portfolio is a must, because on days like this, it's gold which protects you. Silver is up. So world markets are not bad per se, but our markets, because of the valuation, because they haven't corrected earlier, are facing a severe correction now. In fact, it was not a great day for me because I sell options. That's my primary source of earning and my main business. So my book is based completely on option selling, and of course portfolio. So my stop loss, max stop loss, actually got hit, except for Bank Nifty positions. All the other positions got hit immediately within the first couple of hours. But because I have a system which protects me on days like this, my max stop loss is capped. I was out, and after that, I did not dare to take a trade. I took some small trades in Sensex, etc. They backfired immediately. I understood that it's a day when you don't have to mess with the markets. So my system throws me out. So it was okay, but still a max stop loss day. Now, I had shared with you guys that some days back, the profit for this particular month had gone to 4%. Last 3 days have been very bad, and most of that profit is gone. Now, still, I'm up for the month, but it's about 0.5, 0.7%, about 0.7%. So let's see how it goes. I know, and that is why I had been saying that we need to build buffers, because Jan 20th to Jan 30th is a very, very difficult month for option sellers. If you have made some money in January, that is going to get utilized during these 10 days. And typically what happens is that when markets tend to fall, that is the time you will also lose money in options, because the volatility is very high. In fact, the VIX rose to 17 plus. So that is the time when you really need your buffers in place to help you for a rainy day. And still many days are left before the budget. So let us hope that this volatility subsides, and today was just a one-off, and hopefully we get a good day tomorrow and day after. So that's it from me for today. It's been a rough day, and I just hope that all of you were able to navigate this and did not lose too much capital, so that we can come back the next day and take fresh positions. So that's it from me now. If you like my content, please do subscribe to my channel. Please share it with your friends, and I shall see you tomorrow with another update. Bye bye.